Imagine for a moment we approached our sacred stories not as literal facts, but as profound symbols, metaphors speaking to the depths of the human experience. How would this shift transform our religious landscapes? Let's explore some key points. First off, think about the universal values these stories carry. If we saw them as symbolic, we'd likely focus more on the common threads of compassion, love, and justice that weave through different faiths. It's like looking at the various religious narratives not as competing histories, but as different languages expressing the same deep truths about how we should live and treat one another. Now consider the potential for interfaith dialogue. Recognizing our stories as metaphors can open up doors to richer conversations between different religious traditions. It's as if we suddenly find ourselves in a vast library, where every book tells a unique story that, at its heart, reflects a shared quest for meaning and connection with the divine. This realization can bridge gaps, fostering a sense of shared humanity and mutual respect. And what about the flexibility it brings to belief and practice? If we embrace a symbolic understanding, faith becomes a living, breathing entity, adaptable to our personal experiences and the changing world around us. It's like having an ancient map that, rather than showing precise routes, highlights the landscapes and terrains of the spiritual journey, allowing each seeker to forge their own path. Think about the integration with science and modernity. Embracing metaphorical interpretations can dissolve the tension often felt between faith and reason, between the spiritual and the empirical. It's as though science and religion, often seen at odds, could be viewed as two lenses through which we explore the same reality, each offering valuable insights and perspectives. Lastly, delving into the deepening of spiritual exploration, viewing religious texts as symbolic, invites us into a realm of mystery and contemplation, where questions are welcomed, and the journey itself becomes a source of revelation, with all its depth, beauty, and mystery. In the grand tapestry of the human narrative, where myth, legend, and sacred story intertwine, we witness a shared heritage that transcends civilizations and epochs. This journey into the heart of collective myths reveals a compelling process of narrative evolution, the reimagining and repurposing of tales that resonate deeply with the human spirit. From the widespread deluge accounts found in Mesopotamian, Hindu, and Judeo-Christian traditions, to the creation epochs and the foundational codes of law and wisdom. These stories have molded our moral and societal frameworks, enduring through the ages. Indeed, the journey through these ancient narratives, from the flood myths that span continents to the creation stories that ponder the origins of the universe, and the profound teachings embedded within legal and wisdom literature, all culminating in the rich tapestry of Jesus' life, which echoes and fulfills these ancient motifs. This all leads us to a pivotal reflection and compels us to consider the essence of truth encapsulated within the story. Truths that transcend the literal and dive deep into the metaphorical and symbolic realms of understanding. Throughout history, these stories have been sources of inspiration, guidance, and sometimes contention, serving as bedrocks for faiths and entire civilizations. Yet, as we trace the parallels and shared motifs across cultures and epochs, we uncover a layer of interconnectedness that suggests these narratives, while diverse in origin and detail, are united in their exploration of universal themes. They speak to the human condition, to our fears and hopes, to our quest for meaning, and to our understanding of the divine and our place within the cosmos. This realization invites us to approach these stories not merely as historical accounts or doctrinal assertions to be defended at all costs, but as profound meditations on life's mysteries. They offer insights into morality, justice, redemption, and the eternal cycle of death and rebirth, guiding us not through their factual accuracy, but through the truths they reveal about human nature, divine aspirations, and the complexity of existence. In this light, the conflicts that have arisen over differing interpretations and the literalism with which some of these stories have been approached seem to miss the deeper resonance these narratives hold. Battles fought, the divisions sown, and the lives lost in the name of defending what is perceived as the absolute truth of these stories. overlook the rich tapestry of human experience and divine mystery they encapsulate. In embracing the depth and breadth of these stories, we open ourselves to a more profound appreciation of the myriad ways in which the divine speaks to and through humanity, guiding us towards a more compassionate, understanding, and unified existence. To enrich our exploration of these shared narratives across various cultures with more detailed parallels, let's dive deeper into the factual underpinning that draw these intriguing connections. By examining specific elements and motifs that reoccur in these stories, we can better appreciate the intricate web of intertextuality that links diverse traditions. In the flood narratives, the divine warning issued to Noah, Utnapishtim, and Manu signifies not only just the imminent destruction, but also the divine selection of righteous individuals to preserve life. This detail underscores a universal theme of divine mercy and judgment intertwined. The construction of an ark or boat by these figures, following divine specifications, highlights the theme of salvation through obedience and foresight, a motif that resonates with the human instinct for survival and continuity. The release of birds to find dry land, shared by the Epic of Gilgamesh and the story of Noah, serve as a potent symbol of hope and the search for restoration, marking the transition from chaos back to order. The creation stories, while diverse in their narrative details, share striking similarities in their thematic essence. The emergence from chaos, seen in the Enuma Elish, Rig-Vedic hymns, and the Genesis account, reflects a universal cosmological principle where order is born of primordial disorder. The divine act of creation, whether through speech, as in Genesis, battle, as in the Enuma Elish, or sacrifice in the Rig-Vedic tradition, illustrates the power of the divine to transform nothingness into reality, emphasizing creativity as a divine attribute. The formation of the world and humanity in these myths not only establishes the god's sovereignty, but also sets the stage for human history with a divinely ordered cosmos. The parallels in legal and wisdom literature reveal a foundational concern for justice, morality, and the proper order of society. The Covenant Code and Code of Hammurabi both articulate comprehensive legal systems that govern behavior and establish justice, reflecting a shared human endeavor to create equitable communities under a perceived divine or royal mandate. The wisdom literature, particularly Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, alongside their Egyptian and Mesopotamian counterparts, offer guidance in ethical living, governance, and the human condition, drawing from a well of shared human experience and insight into life's perennial challenges. The narrative of Jesus is rich in allusions to and fulfillments of earlier stories and prophecies. The virgin birth echoes ancient motifs of miraculous beginnings, positioning Jesus as a divine intervention in human history. His parallels with Moses, especially in roles as liberators and lawgivers, underscore a continuity and fulfillment of Jewish law. Jesus' portrayal as the suffering servant from Isaiah, his resurrection paralleling Jonah's deliverance, and his adoption of the Son of Man title from Daniel, all weave together to present him as the Messiah who transcends and fulfills ancient expectations. His role as wisdom personified connects him to a broader wisdom tradition, underscoring his teachings as the ultimate revelation of divine wisdom. By examining these parallels, we gain a richer understanding of how stories migrate, transform, and resonate across cultural and religious landscapes. Through this lens, the stories we hold dear, whether mythic, legendary, or historical, are seen not merely as artifacts of the past, but as living narratives that continue to shape and reflect our collective human journey. Human Fluence out.